Hello students. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of Venus Public School. We have started yesterday. We have started chapter 2, microorganisms, friend and foe, and we have discussed what are microorganisms, what are the characteristics of microorganisms or microbes. Okay. We also discussed why they are called microorganisms, because they are very tiny and we are not able to see them through naked eyes, and to visualize them, to see them, we used to use microscope. Clear? And I hope you all have gone through the videos related to microscope or functionality or structure of microscope. Now the next topic is microbes. We have already discussed, because they are very tiny we are not able to see them through naked eyes, but as you can see in these two pictures, they are of different shapes, size, okay, structures, and these are just because we yesterday we have discussed, while you are focusing the images of those microorganisms, it is not like there is no chance that you are able to see them very clearly. Okay, you can just have a like bit idea of it. Okay, you must have different compound microscopes or electron microscopes or different level of microscopes. You need to have to see them very clearly, the images. But on the basis of the studies so far, we have developed a image of microorganisms. As you can see in this picture, on the top two pictures are representing different shapes and sizes of microorganisms. Clear? So these are just animated versions of these. They looks like them. Okay, not exactly, but mostly they look like the both the pictures which are represented on the top. And the person who used to study, who used to research on that, who used to study the microorganisms, are called microbiologists. Okay, and and the and the study of microorganisms is called microbiology. Clear? So microscope, which is used to see the microorganisms because they are very tiny, not able to see through naked eyes. Then microbiologist is the person who used to study about the microorganisms. Okay, and the study of microorganisms are called microbiology. It's called microbiology. Clear? So let us move further now. The very important topic, types of microorganisms. So far we have discussed that what are microorganisms. Okay, and we also discussed, we also like took that point during our discussion about microorganisms, that where they are found. Okay, where microorganisms live, where do microorganisms live. So we have discussed it. Microorganisms, they may be single cell or multicellular. They may be unicellular, multicellular. So this is the term which we used to use like many times. I hope you all understood that. If you are not, go through the first video of this series or this chapter, in where we have discussed very well what is the difference between unicellular and multicellular. So as we have discussed, they may live alone or they may live in the colonies, but they are found everywhere. They are found in the hottest deserts and in the coolest ice polar regions. Okay, some microbes lives in cracks of sea floors. Okay, so like beneath the water, in the cracks of the sea floors, we are able to find microorganisms. See, okay, and microorganisms can even survive in volcanic eruptions. They can bear that hot climate, that hot temperature. Clear? Also, so, and as a matter of fact, that the starting point of life on any planet would be a microorganism, because microorganism, they used to sustain in the hottest temperatures to the coolest temperatures. Clear? So that amount of temperature variations they can bear, they can sustain. So the beginning of life, like any kind of life on any planet, anywhere, begins with microorganisms. Clear? So, and okay, now let us talk about different types of microorganisms. So there are basically 5 categories in which we have divided microorganisms. That means whatever we are able to find all around us in a very tiny shape would be divided into 5 basic categories. Okay, so first 4 are in front of you on the screen, and the last one we will discuss later. So the first 4 categories which are there, which are bacteria, okay, fungi, algae and protozoan. Clear? Now, and these are the examples of these. Okay, now, and these are the pictures of some of the microorganisms. Clear? Like they are different in shapes and sizes, so you can see them like in okay. So we will discuss each and every type of microorganisms in very detail in the further slides. Clear? But here you are able to see the different pictures. Here few are the animated pictures, like last 2 pictures are the animated one. Clear? Last 2 pictures are animated one. See, structure of amoeba, okay, and structure of paramecium. Clear? Whereas some of them are actual pictures and some of them are like the pictures which are like identified from the microscope, seen from the microscope with the help of microscope. Okay, the second picture you are able to see, as I told you in the previous class, that through microscope it is not sure that you are able to see that particular microorganisms very clearly. Okay, you might need a different device of very high precision, but still you are able to see some of it. And in the second picture, as you can see, it is a microscopic image. Clear? It is a microscopic image from where you are able to just identify the shape, external shape, or you are identify to these hair coming out of it. So hairy structure you are able to see. Structure of paramecium you are able to see. Bread mold you are able to see over there. Okay, and so these are the things, these are the basic pictures of microorganisms. And so the basic categories of microorganisms are bacteria, fungi, algae and protozoan. Okay, let us discuss each and every type of things. Here also you are able to see the pictures, some of the examples of different 4 categories. First of all, spiral bacteria, okay, and rod shaped bacteria. So as they are spiral in shape, so we have given the name spiral bacteria. Okay, and second one, rod shaped, they are of rod shaped, so they have given a name rod shaped bacteria. So these are 2 pictures of bacteria. Clear? Now see, algae, as it is green in color, so it might like give you some indication of their food resources or nutrition, resources of nutrition, but we will talk about it later. So this is okay. So these are the 2 examples of algae. Now next are 2 examples of protozoa and the 3 examples of fungi. Okay, so we will discuss. So these are the pictures, these are the microscopic views of all the microorganisms in which we have divided them into the categories. Clear? So now let us discuss the microorganisms one after other. This is very important table, you need to memorize it. You can take a print of it. Okay, take a snapshot of this picture and you can take a print out of it. This is abstract of your book or of abstract of this entire chapter. If you will memorize this, you will be able to identify or give the answer of any questions that would be asked related to the bacteria, their characteristics. That means how you are able to identify them, on which characteristics you are able to identify them, and their examples. So this is very important slide, or this is very important table, you need to keep it with you. Clear? So now see, let us start our discussion with the first type of microorganisms, that is bacteria, and in the singular form we call it bacterium. Okay, so because like when it is found in a group, or whenever we are talking about all the bacteria present around us, we will call them bacteria. And when we are talking about a single bacterium, a single thing, okay, or single unit of it, we will call it bacterium. Okay, now characteristics. What are the characteristics of bacteria? Bacteria are unicellular. First of all, unicellular means they are unicellular, they are single celled, okay, they are single cell organism, okay. So they have a structure in such a way that they will be responsible for all the biological activities required for their survival. Clear? That is excretion, food intake, digestion, reproduction, whatever it is, okay. Now and I hope you are having your books in your hands, so you are able to read about it also, and whatever categories of microorganisms we are discussing here, you are able to read about it. You can see the pictures or diagrams also from your books. Clear? So unicellular, first of all, the first letters of bacteria is unicellular. They are always unicellular. Clear? Can be autotroph or heterotroph. This is very important point. I hope all of you are aware of what are autotrophs and what are heterotrophs. Autotrophs means the organism which are able to prepare their own food, okay, are autotrophs, okay, and heterotrophs which depends on others for their food, which depends upon other living organisms or non-living things for their food, okay, are heterotrophs. Clear? Now found almost everywhere, air, water, soil, even inside our other organisms bodies. Clear? Of course. So bacteria are able to you are able to find bacteria everywhere, okay. And see, inside the stomach, in your mouth, everywhere they are found. You found bacteria. Clear? Inside the stomach, inside our gut, okay, in urine, etc. So everywhere you are able to find bacteria, okay. They are unicellular, they can be autotroph or heterotroph. That means if they are autotroph, they can make their own food, okay, through different processes, or and if you are talking about heterotrophs, if they are there inside your body, that means they are consuming something from your body, okay, taking something from your body, and as being a living organism, being you as a living organism, they are depending upon you. Clear? So basically they are heterotrophs. Clear? Now they have given the names according to classification. We have classified bacteria according to their shapes. Clear? So bacilli is first bifurcation of bacteria, which is on the basis of its rod shaped. As they are rod shaped, so bacilli is the first category, or bacilli bacteria, okay. Now cocci is spiral shape. As they are spiral shape, they would be termed as cocci, okay. Spirella means they are spiral in shape, as the name says, and comas means curved shape. Clear? So these are the as you can see in the picture, in the diagrams of your book, all four categories are given, and the pictorial examples of these four different categories are also given in your book, okay. So that is it about bacteria, and so let us go through it again. Unicellular, first of all, bacteria are unicellular, can be autotrophs or heterotrophs, and found almost everywhere, air, water, soil, even inside the other living organisms bodies, okay. And they have classified on the basis of their shapes, so they would be termed as bacilli, cocci, spirella, and comas, rod, spherical, spiral, and curved shaped. Clear? So that is it for today. Tomorrow we will discuss the other categories or other bifurcations or other types of microorganisms. Thank you so much.